This 5-step playbook is what I use to amass over 70 plus 5-star ratings on Facebook Marketplace and become a top rated seller myself. And the reason why I care so much about top ratings is quite simple. If you have one product from one person and you have the same product from another person, then the person that gets the sale is the person that has more 5-star ratings. So let's begin with the 5 steps to get 5 stars on Facebook Marketplace. The first one is cleaning your items. Now, this one should be very obvious. But the first thing to get consistent 5-star ratings is to actually deliver a product that is clean. Especially on Facebook Marketplace, where it is so rare to see somebody give an effort into their products. If you stand out by actually cleaning and detailing your item, you are way more likely to get a 5-star rating on Facebook Marketplace. So for example, I sell a lot of white goods, fridges, washing machines, dryers, you name it. And the amount of times that I get told that the fridges are exceptionally clean is ridiculous. People are so shocked when they see something that's clean. And that of course means I get better ratings, less negotiations, and in general, just a way better selling experience. However, cleaning your product is not enough. You also need to repair or mention faults. One massive mistake I see resellers do is not mention the faults in the description. Now this is very problematic, because imagine you are a customer and you go and want to buy a fridge. It's been told that it is a working condition item, but when you arrive, the lights don't turn on. What the hell? Your expectations were around here on the baseline, but then you went there and your expectations were crushed. And now you feel tricked. You don't like the seller because you think that he tried to trick you with a wrong description. Not a good look. What we're trying to do by repairing or fixing the faults is quite simple. We want to manage the expectations of the customer, so they get what they expect that they will receive, or they will get something that's even better than they expect. Because if you break the expectations, especially in the positive realm, the likelihood that you get a 5-star rating is ridiculously high. However, even if you mention the faults or repair them, there's still more that you can do to ensure a 5-star rating. The next step, the third step, is to be easy to deal with. It's very simple, but being pleasant in a conversation with the customer will make you more likable. Now, okay, how are you gonna be more likable and better in a conversation? What do you have to do? What are the steps to become easy to deal with? Well, it is actually very simple. Just look at the sellers that are not easy to deal with. They do not lead the sale. They take too long to respond and they are rude or dismissive towards a buyer. So, if that's a bad seller, what does it mean for you? It means to be not cold, to not be rude, to not be dismissive. It means to be quick, it means to be warm, it means to be welcoming to the customer. You're trying to accommodate them without being rude. Let's imagine a customer messages you and says, hey, I'm interested in this item. Now, a terrible seller that's hard to deal with will say, okay, nice. And that's their response. But a good seller that's easy to deal with will say, great, thanks for your interest. I'm available during this time and I'm located in this suburb. What is a good time for you to come and inspect the item? You see, one puts in the effort and the other one doesn't. That also means that the one that puts in the effort is way more likely to get a good rating. And also, little bonus, sell the item faster. Being easy to deal with does not only lead to a very nice selling experience, it will also give you more ratings. Now to recap. You need to clean the product. You need to mention or repair the faults, and you need to be easy to deal with. Okay, pretty easy. But if you do all of these things, all of them at the same time, still does not guarantee a positive rating. I would say it's still pretty slim. The thing that really seals the deal is step number 4. And that is such an obvious step, but most people don't do it. And that is asking for a rating. Let me put it very, very clearly. If you don't ask for a rating, you will not get a rating. That's really, really that simple. And it's not because your service or your product was bad. Not at all. You might have had a good product, something that was worth selling and even had a good price. However, most people don't rate because they don't even think about rating. It just doesn't cross their mind. Just think about it for a second. Every single time if you give a rating, when are you actually giving a rating? Do you give a rating every single time you do a transaction? For example, do you give a rating to every store that you visit? To every coffee place that you go to? Or are you only giving a rating if you have a bad experience? Or you have a really fucking good experience? Or the third option would be if somebody asked you to give them a rating. Very, very rarely do we have a normal experience and will end up rating someone. You want to always ask the customer to give you a rating afterwards. Now, importantly, do not ask for a 5-star rating. Asking for 5-star ratings is, in my experience, not a good practice. However, if you ask for a rating in general, they are very likely to give you a 5-star rating to begin with. To make it even easier for you to ask for a rating, here I'm gonna put a template on the screen on how you can ask for a rating. Hey, buyer name. Thank you for purchasing item. Do you mind leaving a rating, please? I'd highly appreciate it. Cheers, your name. Just take this template and send it to every sale, every customer that you get. And you would be so surprised on the results that you're getting. I need to give an important caveat in this moment, because even if you do all the 4 steps, all of them, there's one little thing that most people that do it still forget. And that is the step number 5 in the 5-step playbook to get 5-star ratings. And that is consistency. It is again such an obvious thing, but the obvious things are also the most overlooked. Excellence is crafted from consistent action. If you're not consistent with your actions, you will not see consistent results. So if you're planning on building a huge 5-star rating portfolio for Facebook Marketplace or even eBay, this applies to any any platform where you can sell items. If you're inconsistent with your 5 steps, you are not gonna get consistent results. Just imagine you go to the gym and you work out once a month. Well, it is great that you work out once a month. It's still better than 0. But working out once a month will not build any significant muscle. No, if you want to actually build any muscle, you will have to go regularly. Maybe 5 times a week, maybe more, depending on what your goals are. But you have to stay consistent regardless. And it is the same with 5-star ratings. So to summarize, we got the 5 steps that needs to be followed every single time. It's 1, to clean your items. It's number 2, to repair or mention faults. Number 3 is to provide a pleasant customer experience. Number 4 is to ask for a rating. And number 5, do all of these steps every single time. What do you think? I would love to know your experience in the comments below. If you are interested in crushing your reselling game on Facebook Marketplace even further, I created an article that's about 5,000 words long on my blog. I will link that in the description below. And also, if you're interested in fast-tracking your journey, I created a flipping playbook for fridges, which I will also link in the comments below. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy reselling.